everyone. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching Christian Adventure Gamer, and I'm your host, Daniel the Paladin.
And I'm Alex the Rogue.
And in this video, we are actually finishing up the tutorial of the Maladum introductory game here. So the purpose of this tutorial that we've ran through in the previous video, which I'll add a link into the description below if you haven't seen that video yet, was to give us a feel of the game so far. So far, there really hasn't been a whole lot of action in the game, right? There's been some combat and some things like that, but in this moment, we're going to see a shift in the game. So when we played this on our own, at this point in the game is when things started getting dangerous for us. We have actually played the tutorial 3 times previous to this, and how many times did we win?
None. We've lost every time.
Yep. So, unfortunately, we've lost every time, but we are not quitters, right? So we wanted to see how we'd fare again, trying this, obviously, and it gave us the ability to do this video and play this for you guys.
Yes.
So hopefully you enjoy as you follow along as we play the rest of the introductory session of Maladum. So right now, it is my turn. So I'm going to be the first person to go as Callan. If you didn't see the previous video, I am the basically warrior here. My class is sellsword. So some things that the tutorial doesn't talk about is skill points and how to use them. There are different skills based on where you are trained in. So there's training points, and the game gives you like this really nifty dry erase marker for everything that basically is in the board. Everything is dry erase markable. So like the card here for her spells, the character boards, the class boards, all that fun stuff. And so we are going to try to get in as fast as we can to the tomb to get what we need, which is the objective, and then get out, because we have to. We have to get out alive or we don't get out at all, kind of thing. Yeah. Both of us do. That's one thing that we've learned, and it's not always easy. So, all right, let's dive in and get this done. So the first thing we're going to do is the Dread Tracker. So this, again, if you didn't see the previous video, this measures how much threat and magic are in the vicinity. So we add a Dread Tracker to this track here. But if we get one of these pegs to where it says dismay, we lose. Yeah. And so time is running short for us. So we really need to hurry. Okay? And then we have to draw, I believe it's called a dread card, for the round. So this will indicate in which area this activates. So it says disquiet through doom. So it's going to be in any one of these ranges. So it's respite. There is an unexpected lull in the seemingly endless onslaught. Reduced dread by 2. No adversaries will arrive this round. Adversaries already in play will activate as normal. Well, yeah, that's awesome. So we will get rid of these 2 dread tracks here. I'll get rid of that card. Thankfully, that's a helpful card. We actually really needed that. And then I'm going to take my turn. So I'm trying to figure out the best course of action. So I have my axe, and I also picked up a bow and arrow along the way. However, if I use the bow in the short range, which is this, I only get to roll 1 die. So I'd have to move a distance away and be able to have line of sight and be able to use the long range, right? So I believe if I move here, I can actually still have line of sight. So let's check this theory first. I'll kind of feed this through here. And then, actually, I would want to move 1, 2, 3 there. Then I'm going to roll 2 attack dice, so we can actually set this tray right here to show what we're going to do. And I get 2 successes. And so, 2 successes is enough to do damage to it because it has 1 armor and it only has 1 hit point. If you are new to this video and didn't get to see the previous video, anything that has these heart symbols next to it has damage. Anything that does not only has 1 life. So that's enough to take it out, which we needed to do badly. All right. So then, for my next turn, my effortless action will be to move 1 space. So effortless action, again, if you're new to this, allows you to take a simple action like move 1 space, pick something up, open a door. So All right, so that's it for my turn because I moved and then attacked. And then I am going to place this token to indicate that my turn is now over. And now it is Alex's turn.
Alright, so I'm thinking that we try to just get to the tomb.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and move 4. And then
And then you have an effortless action.
yes. And I will just...
All right. All right. Now we would go to the adversary phase where we would actually add monsters. However, the card that we drew, the respite, told us not to add any monsters. Only current monsters on the board would activate. So we actually have one Lamenter right here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. They only get one action. So if you're new to this, this board indicates the monster stats and actions. So this symbol here with a circle with a lightning bolt, that's actions. The heroes have them. All these characters have them. Then the indication here, the purple, if you can see it, indicates how many actions. So the Lamenter gets 1, and the Moria have 2. However, the Lamenters have the first strike, which means that once they move next to someone, they can attack as well. So then that is it for that. We go to the assessment phase where if you had any negative status effects, you take those into account and you remove the action token showing that you have, you're ready to go again. This will get passed to the next player. Okay. All right. And then so it is the dread phase. So the dread phase, we will add a peg to the dread track, right? And then we read a card.
Snap. Select an adventurer at random. A random item that they are carrying is broken. Turn the item face down in their inventory. Well, that would be really bad for me, because I only have one item.
All right. Well, so we have to do by random, right? Select
Yes.
so you're going to be odds, I'll be evens.
Alright.
Okay. So move this here. It's an
That's
even, so that's me.
Yes.
So then I have 4 items. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so if I roll a 5 or 6, I'll just re-roll it, and I got a
Looks like a 1.
1. So then my axe is broken. Well, thankfully, I still have my bow and arrow. So when you break an item, you just flip it upside down in your space here, because you're still technically carrying it. I don't know if it can be mended or sold, but hopefully it can be mended. So then we'll remove that from the board. All right, so now we're off to Alex's turn.
Yes. So, I'll spend one action to move space, and then use my effortless action to open the door. And then... Is this supposed to be right
Yep, right there. Yep. And then move a space. Yep, there.
there? And that's all I can do for my turn.
All right.
So I will put a little token on there,
Yeah.
and then it'll be...
Yeah, so then it's my turn. So on my turn, I am going to move one space here to cover up this grave point. So there are grave points on this map where monsters could potentially enter from.
Mhm.
And so we don't want anything coming in. So Alex does have the potential that one could enter from where she is. But I move one here, right? And so then I'm going to use a short-ranged attack with my bow and arrow to roll 1 die. Hopefully I hit the monster here. And so when you attack, you have 2 dice that you can potentially use. You always have to roll the blue one, which has the critical hit, which other effects could possibly happen, right? And then the red die. So I'm only going to roll the blue die for this turn. What also allows me to use my bow and arrow is I actually have ammunition. So because I have the arrow, I'm able to attack with it. If I did not have the arrow, I would not be able to attack with it. So let's go ahead and roll. And I got a critical hit, which my weapon does not produce anything special. However, it does 2 damage to it, and the Lamenter here has no armor and only has 1 hit point. So he is solid gone. All right. And so that is it, I think. I don't think I can use my free action or my effortless action to eat the morsel, can I? No! The apple is a free action, is it not?
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, so I can actually eat the apple for free, which gains me a health peg back here. And then instead of using it turning upside down, this actually goes back into the search bag. All right. So that's it for our turn. Now it goes to the adversary phase. And so we are going to add a Maria to the board. And we are going to add Lamenters, but we roll a die to do so.
Yes.
We're going to add 2 Lamenters. So these will enter the board. Then we have to roll to see where they enter from.
Which?
So the Maria goes first because it's higher ranking. And it's going to enter in spot number 4. Which is over there, far, far away from us.
Yes.
And then the Lamenters are going to enter 3, which is actually right next to me. So that is definitely not good. All right. So then we go to the NPC phase. This guy's going to activate, so he's going to go... oh, you're right. Sorry. The Maria is going to go first because it's higher ranking.
Yes.
So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those have 2 actions. The Lamenter has 1, so he's going to enter 1, 2. Actually, go 1, 2, 3. Then attack me because he's going to make room for the other monster to come through. 3. Then he's going to attack with 2 dice. What indicates the number of dice is this little fist symbol here. Is the number of dice you roll for the attack. And the symbol here, the poison, if it does a critical, it does a poison damage to me as well. Which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping for a couple skulls. And it did 1 damage to me. However, I still have an armor, so it's going to negate that 1 damage, thankfully. Alright, this other Lamentor is going to come in, and he's going to attack me.
So then they both get first strike?
Yes, they both get first strike. And it didn't do a critical damage on here, because this is the symbol for critical. It does 2, so one of them's going to get negated, and then the other one results in an actual damage. So I'll remove 1 peg.
But at least you're not poisoned.
Right, I'm not poisoned, thank goodness. Alright. Then we go to the assessment phase, right? So that's where we remove these tokens, which I always forget to put this on. I don't have any poison to deal with, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
You're out of magic.
Yeah.
Which stinks. But I wonder if you rest, if you could get magic points back. I'd have to check the rest on page 30, I believe it is.
You can.
Okay, so yes. So if you wanted to. But right now, we got the objective to do...
I was going to say, I think that's a little more important.
Yes.
At least getting it, and then...
Right.
So, that token would go to you.
Yep.
Which then would bring us back to the...
Dread phase.
Yes.
Right. So, Dread phase. We're going to add 1 peg to the Dread track. Read the next card. Hopefully it's something good.
Renewed Vigor. Oh, boy. Your enemies are spurred on by unseen forces. All adversaries in play immediately take 1 action following the normal rules.
Lovely. Okay, so that means that this game hates me, and both of these Lamenters are going to attack me. First one attacks. I'm going to lose 1 life. The other one's going to attack. Critical. So that one is actually going to cause me to lose all my life. So I am actually going to be knocked out. And this gets flipped upside down on me to indicate that I am in need of help.
Yeah.
I remove all of these. If I had any status effects, those would also come off the board as well, I believe.
Oh boy.
All right, then this guy's gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then it is your turn.
Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and search the tomb. There we go. Which, we got the objective piece that we needed.
Okay.
So, put that in my inventory. Drop that.
Resting does give back up to 2 magic pigs.
Mm-hmm.
And resting also gives up to 1 health pig or 1 skill pig. So you would get 1 health and 2 magic. And you would remove 1 wounded or poison counter.
Yes. So then, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then spend an effortless action to move 1 more space,
All right.
and then that would be my turn.
Okay. Then we're going to go to the adversary phase, where more danger gets entered into the board. So we are going to add another Maria, and we're going to roll the black die to indicate how many Lamentors we get.
Yeah. Okay, it's only 1.
Okay. So then we have to roll to see where they're going to enter. So you roll a magic die because it has a number. So the Maria is going to enter in 3, which is right here.
Yeah.
And they can move through their own friendlies. And the Lamentor will enter
5.
Alright, so let's enter here. Alright, so the Mario will go first. This guy will move next to you, and then he's going to attack you. I'll let you roll your own doom. So it did a critical damage.
Of course.
So thankfully, it doesn't do any special effect when it does critical damage. However, you are going to take 2 points of damage.
Yeah, which is not good.
Yep, because now you're down to 1 point. Then this other guy, he's going to enter 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. So he's kind of blocking you in. Thankfully, he can't attack you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then this Lamentor will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I assume it can attack diagonal. So it's going to attack you as well. And it does 1 point of damage, and then you are knocked out.
Which means we lose.
And we lose. Right. Alright, so as you can see, this game can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
It really does. The tide changes very fast. Like, I went from being a good defense to being knocked out. Before I even took my turn. Because of the cards. The lovely, lovely cards. So I'm wondering if the tutorial is meant to be hard. To kind of give you an understanding of how cruel the game can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because it tells you specifically which cards to take out and in what order, up to the first 4, I believe it is. And so, what we're going to do, if you are interested in watching, we are going to create another video of us playing from start and just working our way through without the tutorial instructions to see if we fare better. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So, Alex, what do you think so far of Maladum? This is our fourth time playing, and we have not survived.
I'll admit it, I hate losing. It is like the one thing I probably despise most in the world. However, considering the game itself and like how it's played and all that, I think it speaks volumes. Like, you know it's a good game if it's gonna be challenging.
Right. And this is challenging. I can't talk. Challenge. Yeah, that word.
Challenging.
Challenging.
Yes.
Yes, challenging. Yes, this is very challenging. But I like it. I like the 3D dungeon here.
Mm-hmm.
It does bump easy, so it's a little fiddly with that. I like that it doesn't give us all the rules, right? However, when we played the other night, we were adding other rules to see how it played, so like using skills and things like that. And so we wanted to just do the basic game without any addition. And that's what we will do the next time. And then maybe the time after that, win or lose, we'll start implementing a little bit more. Then, once we figure out a lot of the rules through our play in this simple tutorial, maybe that's when we'll start actually exploring the game more and getting into the campaign mode.
Yeah.
Okay? So hey, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. And if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get all of our up-to-date content. Hey, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.